If you want to see how I made this jumbo Valentine's Day gift card, just keep watching. So first I am starting with candy that I got from Dollar Tree. All the Hello Kitty items I purchased from Hobby Lobby. That's lip gloss right there and a mini notepad. The foam board I got from Dollar Tree, but I really did not like the foam board from Dollar Tree, so I ended up replacing it with foam board from Walmart. I use Koala brand vinyl sticker paper that I got off eBay. You can also get it from Amazon. Okay, so when I start my designing process in Procreate. It's just so much easier to design in Procreate. They got the type of brushes that they have in Procreate. It's just awesome. You can even make your own brushes, and I don't know. I love Procreate. When I get done with Procreate, I take it to Adobe Photoshop and do anything that I need to do in the app, and then I take it to my computer. The good thing about Adobe, it cross saves everything, so whatever I work on my tablet, it automatically upload and I can go to my PC and finish it off. Here I'm splitting my design because my printer can only print 13 inches wide, but it can print however long I say it, as long as I set it to user defined. So in these settings, I am making sure my quality is on best. I'm making sure it's showing that my paper is coming from the rear feeder because I can't put it through the actual cassette. I'm making sure my color profile is right and the size of my paper is accurate. So for this project, I am using my Epson Workforce 7710. It's been converted into an Eco-solvent printer, and I am printing on the Koala brand printable vinyl sticker paper. I got this paper off of eBay, but you can also get it off of Amazon. My go-to place to shop off of is eBay, especially since Amazon has been tripping on their shipping. I find everything I need off of eBay, used, new, almost not new, whatever. I go on eBay and I rack up on some things. Y'all should try it. Anywho, back to this. I am cutting my paper to size. This paper is 13 inches wide and I think it's like 32 feet long. So I take about a quarter of an inch off the edge of it to make it like 12.75 to fit in my printer, and then I cut it to the length that it needs to be. Now this printer is very particular on how I put the paper in there. It will beep at me, it will fuss at me, it will do all kinds of things until I get it in there right, and it's quite annoying, but I'd rather it do that instead of jamming my paper. So I just bend the edge and all that good stuff to make sure it's getting in my printer correctly. And I mean, once it get it together, it prints pretty fast. It print really good, but the main thing is just getting that paper in that rear feeder the correct way. Okay, after a few tries, I realized why it just was not working. I was too busy trying to make sure I was recording everything that I did that I forgot to cut the little edge off so that it can catch in my printer correctly. So that little amount you saw fall to the floor, that's how much I need to cut off so my printer could get it fed through the printer correctly. Once I did that, it printed just fine. Okay, this is a closer look. Even though my colors turned out really good, it still wasn't the correct color. And then I noticed after I printed it that her arm was not covering where those circles were missing at. So I went back in Procreate and I redesigned it. I put more hearts behind her. Well, I put hearts behind her in the background. And then I went and filled up that heart with the circles that were missing behind her. So the color profile is even better. My pink is popping more, as you can see. The top one is popping out the way that I want it to. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to images and colors and everything else, so I had to go back and change it, and you can definitely note the difference. It looks so much better after going through and fixing it. So right now I am just cutting it to size. I'm not cutting it all the way down to the edge. I'm leaving like around the edge of it. I'm leaving like a quarter of the white, just to place it on the board, and then I'll cut it to size after I place it how it needs to be. Now I started by trying to put those pieces together before I put it on the board, but I realized it just was not working that way. It was just not giving me the give to place it on the board correctly with it all together. So you'll see towards the end of trying to put it together, I just went on and put it together separately, and it was still seamlessly placed on the board. Okay, here it is all done. You can't even see really where I put it together when you look at it as a whole. Now, if you get close on it, you'll see it, but with it all put together, you cannot see. I did not get where I cut off the edge, but all I did was I used my long ruler to line up the edge, and then I cut off the excess with a box cutter. And long as your blade is fresh, you should have no issues cutting the board. Here I am arranging everything where I want it. I thought I was being smart putting tape on it, but when I lifted up, it all just went where I want to go. But that was fine. When it's moving, you can see the background where the candy and items are, so I was fine with it. I was just trying to keep it in place while I got the top on there so that it won't be moving all around while I'm trying to glue down the top. But it was much easier than what I thought it was. The glue that I believe it was some gorilla gorilla glue, and I should have waited a little bit longer to tack it down because I ended up putting glue, making a mess out of the glue around it. When I tried it out, I did it just fine. When I go to do it, I just did not wait long enough. So I ended up putting a decorative piece trim around it to offset the dried up glue that was showing along the top of it. Okay, here I am making a bow to put over that trim. Like I said, that trim, it's just it's a little excess glue along the top that just was not pleasing to my eyes. So I put that trim on there. Then I made two cute little bows and put a little gem on top. And it actually turned out really, really, really cute. And it is done, guys. I really enjoyed making this card, and I hope you enjoyed watching me make this card. If you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel, like this video. Keep me inspired, y'all. Thank you for watching.